Hello everyone, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers. We're a bunch of middle-aged B&D nerds who love rolling dice, causing chaos, and telling ridiculous stories with as little editing effort as humanly possible. Our campaign is a wild, homebrewed dungeon crawl full of danger, mystery, bad decisions, and a lot of adult humour. We're all about fun first, rules second, and embracing every hilarious disaster along the way. If you're into epic quests, chaotic good vibes, and a group that accepts, you're in the right place. So grab your dice, grab your snacks, and get ready for some basic audio-edited Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Welcome to Dungeon Dwellers. Let's roll.
Hi, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers. We are on session 5, and we are all very happy for you guys to be listening right now. Although some of us are really happy. John, just your smile, it's just almost a full screen.
That does happen. Yeah.
giving us a whale face Wednesday on a Friday.
Yes. All right. So we are on session 5. We finished session 4. Who can recap session 4? And whoever gives me the most gets an inspiration point. That's the motivation.
Ignatius was about to open the door to level 3. There was a blinding, searing, burning pain. And then we woke up.
Like most mornings.
And we thought, you know what? Maybe we should go back.
Maybe mac and cheese was right after all.
Rare that it happened. This
is why you guys waited till I wasn't here. Because you didn't want to have to tell me I was right to my face.
I was outvoted.
He was the only one who wanted to continue. I think
Quentin has died 165 times since we started this campaign.
It's like cat lives. He loses all of them at once.
And they say dwarves are stubborn.
I have heard that. And so I think we were trying to make it get out of the dungeon to go back and have a really cushy long rest. And
we discovered a box.
A box, yeah. I was going to say that's when we...
A completely harmless box. What was inside it, on the other hand...
Not completely harmless.
Seemed like mainly just...
Not just a standard, but a special, expanded 50-card set of a deck of many things.
It was fucking crazy. So, like... You know, now we have this deck, right? So somebody needs to draw a card. Somebody had to draw a card. And that somebody was our man, Quentin.
Look, someone's going to take one for the team. If we have a deck of many things and no one draws a card, that's boring.
I was inspired, frankly.
Yeah, you drew 2 more cards after that.
Yeah. I mean, if he did
Wait, so you drew cards after Quentin?
Yes. So,
and if I'm not mistaken, from what you guys have told me, Quentin got death.
Yep.
The first card.
Which means he just died and went to meet Jesus. Or
no, it was the other place.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Went to meet Satan.
Well, actually, it was more, the way it was described, it was more of down and then suddenly sideways.
Ah.
A lateral movement, if you will.
He was going this way, then you know how I don't like things straight.
Nobody likes it straight. Shit.
But then that's when you decided to draw 2 cards, right?
No,
because how many cards could possibly kill you, right?
Right.
So
right.
What did we do? We waited like a few minutes. You guys were determining whether you were going to bury Quentin or not, or just leave his body. Quentin came back to life, and they're like, hey, Quentin, draw another card. And what did you draw, Quentin?
The one that scrambles my, the fool scrambles my stats.
Yes. So Quentin is really smart now, but, like...
So did he draw a 3rd card?
No, he didn't. Do you know who drew the 3rd card? Ignatius.
I did!
But he at least waited until you guys were fully out of all 3 levels of the dungeon.
It's true.
And got back to the tavern.
So he had time to watch me screw up twice, think about it for several hours,
so
and go, you know what?
What are the odds, right?
John can admit this. Ignatius can't, right? But Ignatius felt guilty because he was the one trying to egg you on. So you felt like the least he could do was draw a card.
So Mongo has a question though.
Okay.
Not Mac. Mongo has a question.
Yeah.
Is Ignatius willfully evil, or is he accidentally evil? Because you could have opened the deck of many things in the dungeon, which is a more secure location, but you waited until you were in a pub full of innocent people to draw from the deck of many things.
I'm going to have to say accidental because I don't think Ignatius or myself even realized that.
You're chaotic evil, not lawful evil. Got it.
Chaotic stupid is not an alignment.
It is in my game.
You know what? We will see, won't we?
Right?
Look, only one of us is evil enough that hell itself spit him back out.
Kind of did.
Lateral movement. So
again,
our characters don't know that.
No, of course not.
Right? No. Yeah. No. That's why I was just saying that Mongo, because Mac was sleeping the whole time, I guess.
You're out drunk after having some tea leak.
Oh, well, look, as long as I had time with a good-looking girl, and sorry, wrong accent. So as long as I had a good time with the nice-looking lady over there, I'm gonna be waking up fresh as a daisy, ready to rock and roll.
Oh, and just so you know, our lovely Quentin was providing your voice last session.
That's true.
Hey, sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do in this world.
Hey, that's not too bad. That's not too shabby, You gave him a little more. You gave him a little less Rocky, a little more Pacino, but
a little more Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
All right. Well, because I love you all get one inspiration for the hell of it, and that means that this is going to be an interesting session.
Oh Lord!
I got a nat 1. Wait, nat 20.
I feel inspired.
So I'm just going to finish off with a little thing with, you guys did go back to the tavern. Before Ignatius drew his card, you talked to Shell. She was bragging about the thing she found was this dark mystical crown with thorns on it. Ignatius kind of got a little backstory on that and warned her about the crown that had madness on it. So Shell said, yeah, we're good. I have someone coming in the morning to buy it. He buys specialty magical items. But he'll be in the morning. And then you guys went to your room. They kind of just poured mac and cheese into his waterbed shell. And as everyone was going to bed, Ignatius drew his card, which was the Nine of Swords Basilisk. And in the process, it now has his left arm from his fingertips to his shoulder is now stuck. It feels like it's made of stone. It looks normal. You can touch it and it's fleshy. But he cannot move that arm. He can't bend it. He can do like this. Like, boop, boop. Full arm.
I'm just saying, that card may have been wasted on your arm.
I made him roll a dice to figure out where it went.
All I could think is, man, we got to get you in a slapping contest.
All I'm saying is, at least it wasn't my right arm, because I use that a lot, if you know what I mean.
No. But I do know it means you can't use your shield anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
he can. He just can't carry a weapon at the same time.
Yep, you're one armed. So you can either have a sword or a shield.
I mean, having a stone arm kind of sounds like you have a whirly shield.
If it looked stone, I would agree with you. But apparently it's fleshy still.
It's still fleshy. It's just like it's on the inside. And if you want, go ahead and test it.
Yeah.
Stab yourself a few times in the arm, but I'll forewarn you, it's not stone.
I've already stabbed myself in the hand today. I'm not going to stab myself in the arm.
All right. Well, we're going to start the session with you guys waking up in your room. It's been a long night. You had a full rest. It's a whole new, brand new day. And you wake up and it's like, this is nice.
This is what I'm talking about. And you jerks didn't want to sleep like this the other night? What's the matter with you?
roll a perception, you guys, to see if you can hear through 2 walls. Mac and cheese yelling.
Perception.
First rolls of the night.
4.
You can't hear anything.
21.
You hear the muffle. You make out the words. You can hear it. You're like, okay, yeah, he's happy he's in his room.
I muttered to myself, "You won't remember it."
What did you get, Phil?
Did mine not come through? It did not. I got a 21.
No. Okay, yeah, perfect. So you're just like Ignatius. You hear it. You know Mac and Cheese is awake. You know he's happy that he slept in a bed. But it is the next morning. Quentin, roll me a percentile to see what we are doing today.
84.
18, baby.
Oh, Jesus.
You feel like an 18-year-old. You're talking in a more than one way.
You know, I could probably go for 2. They're only small. So, gentlemen, should we go find Mac and Cheese?
Oh, he's awake.
Oh, he is.
Oh, he's awake. He's loving it.
He doesn't have a hangover.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
It doesn't sound like it, strangely enough.
Oh, what a Constitution day. With advantage, Mac and Cheese. Only because I really don't want you to be hungover. I love Mac and Cheese.
With advantage, all right.
Yeah, I mean,
2 nat ones. What?
All right. 18.
Yeah, you're good. You're not hungover. You're feeling almost as chipper as the 18-year-old Quentin right now.
I got a wonderful feeling.
You're still kind of drunk from last night.
That's the best kind of drunk.
I would like to knock loudly on his door. Mac, are you wearing pants?
I rip open my door, obviously not wearing pants. No.
And there.
Good morning.
And I see neither are you.
At your eye level.
It's called a kilt.
I'm just saying, you're not wearing pants, all right? I don't judge yous. I don't judge yous. You don't judge me.
May we come into your room?
It's big enough for everybody. Gotta love the clam. Real classy. Hey, did you know that there was like a secret spot up in the little corner there? It's just, if you hit it just right, like the whole room vibrates.
Did you put a quarter in the clam?
No, I didn't put a quarter.
Put a quarter in the clam. See what happens.
You need a silver?
No, I found this knot in the wood. It's like slightly hidden under I guess if I had to really describe it, it'd be like a bean under a hood kind of a thing. And when you rub it just like this, whole room starts to shit.
We went from rated R, getting close to rated X.
All right, the midget has found it.
But it feels kind of weird having 4 guys in it at once. So what?
Well, there's a matter I wish to discuss with all of you. Shelley was saying that she's having a special buyer come today.
Yeah.
And initially my thought was, we should find them, kill them, and take their gold.
I mean, that's one thing to do to innocent merchants who are just
was
trying to make a living.
Thought. I didn't say that that's what we should do.
All right.
However, we have this deck of cards that.
Oh, I like cards.
Yeah, you should.
I whack Ignatius in the arm. The left one.
I can't even feel that. Do it again.
No.
Well, yeah, you guys don't know that he did that to us.
I do wonder if we should perhaps have this appraised as maybe we could do more with the gold from the sale of said deck of cards than we could from, I don't know, going to hell.
Well, I mean, no one's saying that we necessarily gotta go to hell. I mean, you guys finally listened to me. we get back in that dungeon and it looks like it's a layer of Vernus itself. We just turn around.
Well,
but I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. I'm on this journey largely to pay back some debts, and those debts are mounting.
Oh,
so
are we talking like big numbers of gold? Like, what's happening here?
The debt kind, where if I don't pay it back, they take my soul.
Oh, so we're not talking about guys with the middle name The. We're talking about well, they might have the middle name The, but it's more like the Abominable or or the destroyer.
They don't stop at breaking kneecaps.
Right,
is what I'm saying.
Not necessarily like Jimmy T. Rat or or Bobby the Junkie or something, but we're talking more like the destroyer kind of junk.
And when you mess with their family, they take
whoa,
that quite.
Whoa!
I was thinking maybe you stupidly borrowed gold from a demon, but
Do I look that stupid?
I mean, you used to. I don't know what's happened to you, but you seem to have this glint of brain power that wasn't there before.
it's special. You're special. I'm
I
special too.
one of those cards. It did make me much smarter, I believe, than I used to be. However, some other things have changed.
Oh, and I lift up his kilt.
Yeah, it's about half an inch smaller than it used to be.
Oh,
Bloody
shame.
So I'm just saying we should probably get some breakfast, talk to Shelly about her guy, and look into what we could get for this trinket.
That is, if Shelly isn't crazy by now.
I love a good game of cards every now and then, but you seem to already have enough gambling debt on your hands. So.
This deck seems to be stacked against us. So
I do want to remind you of something that you said, Quentin. We've pulled 3 cards from 50. The more we pull, the higher the odds we get a good card. And that could solve all your problems, maybe.
Wait,
I don't know.
What happened when you pulled your card?
So,
yes, brother. Why don't you tell them?
my left arm here is kind of mobilized. It feels like it's stone, but it doesn't look like it's stone.
I walk over and give it a grab.
Did you sleep on it funny?
No. This happened. I got
this give his arm a grab. What's it feel like in my hands?
It feels like flesh. You can even still feel a heartbeat going through it. If anything, it's like, when you get a Charlie horse in your leg, that hard muscle.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start rubbing it, you feel that the muscles aren't moving. It's just that. It's like one long, big ass Charlie horse in his arm with no pain.
I started trying to squeeze it down and just treat it like a Charlie horse.
I can't even feel that. Like, you're moving me, but I can't even feel that.
Yeah, well, that's what your mother said. Wait a minute, what?
So, we've drawn 3 cards, and we've had 3 negative experiences.
Well, you have had a half and half one. You got smarter.
I lost half an inch.
And that's and that's like 3 inches to humans.
Oh, God, it's going to turn into
I guess it is what they say.
Post it somewhere else.
What they say about humans, huh?
Clearly not made for kids.
Yep. This is your warning now. Get out while you can.
So, Shelly, her person, and finding out just what we could get.
I mean,
yes,
yeah, for sure.
Phil, Mac,
brother, you agree?
Let's go talk to Shelly.
I'm in full agreement with that. We can at least see what the value is.
And breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
I agree. Thanks for getting us breakfast today. I appreciate it.
Mac, put the pearl down. Stop rubbing it.
All right, fine. And I put my pants on.
All right. Well, you guys head out. You got your little tokens on the board. Let me move you there so you can start playing. So that way you guys can move your tokens around anywhere you want. And this is the tavern.
I do not have the ability to grab my token. I can grab John's token.
As a cool token.
I cannot grab my token.
These all sound like personal problems to me.
You know what?
Leave your brother's token alone. What did your mother tell you?
Oh, wait.
I deleted all your tokens. Put your characters on the board.
Yes, ma'am.
The DM.
The DM is done with our business.
Yeah.
I would like to approach Shelly. I'm sure Mac is right at my heel.
Boop. Yeah. Morning, gorgeous.
So she's at the bar, and she's actually talking to somebody at the bar.
Hey, who's this?
When you walk up, you see a dragonborn, and he is talking to her about different drinks that he wants to show, and different cocktail hours. He's trying to hype her up with her bar. And Shelly's listening, but she's just nodding around and she keeps looking at the door as she's waiting for someone. And basically she's just like, Bob, I love your ideas. I got something to do. Go to the back. And so Bob will take the hint and he leaves to the back door for a little bit and he's in the back with the ales and she sees you guys and says, hi. Sorry.
You know, his idea for a ladies' night on Thursdays is really quite a good idea.
I'm tired of hearing about ladies' night and bar brunch mornings and mimosas that are endless. I'm just running a business until I can leave and sell the stupid tavern.
So, you mentioned last night that a certain individual would be dropping by today to do some appraising and perhaps buying of knickknacks of a magical nature.
Yeah, some. I hate even making deals with him, but he is the best in the business in the sense that he will pay what you ask for the most part, as long as you're not, stupid and ask for way too much.
And they haven't arrived yet?
No, Verdon is late and it's pissing me off, which means he's probably buying from other people.
I see. And when this person arrives, would you be so kind as to point them in our direction after, of course, your business is concluded?
She holds out her hand and it's like,
Mac.
Yeah?
Somebody put money in my hand.
Did you not want to put something in the lady's hand?
I don't have a thingy to be checked out. I mean, I got a thing that I wanted to check out,
Points.
but that's
Points.
Takes time. Takes
Phil will go
courtship,
ahead.
I'm not some kind of goob over here,
Phil's gonna go ahead and put a gold coin in her hand.
Takes it. I will make sure to point him in the right direction before he leaves.
Maybe, just maybe, if we kind of showed her what we had, she might have an idea of at least what it might be worth, so that we don't go offending this guy, asking for too much,
When have you been worried about offending people?
Not so much. When somebody I respect says you don't want to get on his bad side, I tend to not want to get on people's bad sides. Again, it's just logic, friend.
This seems like a very powerful object. Do we really want to go whipping it out in public?
Oh, no. I want to whip it out to her in private.
Waves her hand
Phil?
and the stool that you're sitting on disappears. Smack at you.
That's not what I meant.
I'm just sweeping you off your feet.
Oh, well, you definitely did that, doll.
Phil, would you be so kind as to show the lady the object in question? Not that one, Mac.
No. Wouldn't dare. This lady needs a little romance every now and then,
If y'all are sure of it.
Yeah, why don't you
Phil will go ahead and reach into his pack. And since he's sitting over here in the little other corner of his pack, pull out the box, set it on the table, and if she looks over, he'll go ahead and lift up the lid and show her the deck.
So lean over, looking. It's at this point that you notice that the entire time she's been talking, she's human-sized for some reason, but it's just the way the bar is. She's actually made just one long walking chair. Well, not walking chair, like pathway, like a catwalk for her to walk behind the bar, so she's always eye level with humans and elves. But she walks over to Phil, looks down at the deck, and she looks at you, looks at the cards, and says, "That right there is enough to buy something that I would give you."
Do you happen to carry souls?
Mac pops right up next to Phil. Oh, really?
That is a retirement that you are holding in your hand. For at least two of you.
I feel like I could take them.
So you get the sense that when the way she's looking at this and the way that she wants it now, it is a very powerful, very magical item, as well as a very expensive item. And until you get it appraised, she lets you know roughly you're looking at 18,000, maybe up to 45,000 if you find the right buyer. Which she lets you know, Verdon probably would pay the 45,000 to have that if you're good at haggling with him, and that's gold.
It's a lot of gold.
Does anybody else want breakfast?
Yeah, breakfast would be great.
Phil, put it away. Put it away, Phil.
Already put it away.
Bob comes out. He's tending to the bar. cleaning it off, walks past you. Shell just has this like little girl looking face now, just super nice. Laying it on thick with mac and cheese, and she goes over and says, "You know what? Why don't I let you have breakfast? I'll pay for it. It'll be on me today." And
I insist that we pay for it.
no, don't worry about it. You guys are good. Scream.
What the fuck was that?
I mean, I know my acting's bad, but come on.
What happened downstairs?
Someone was scared by a creeper.
Oh,
God damn it, Elle.
anyways, she will say she insists, and she will do her little catwalk behind the bar, goes over to pass Bob, comes back, and she's holding a rock in her hand. Roughly this big, tiny rock, and she's holding in her hand, and she points at Phil and says, "What do you want? What would you like to eat?"
Bacon.
I'm not talking to you yet. You hold right there. You.
A steak and egg omelet.
Goes over and with the rock, carves into the bar just a plate circle, and draws what an omelet looks like onto the bar. Taps it 3 times, and the plate appears, and then the food appears. And you look at that rock, and it's almost like chalk. And she goes over and goes to mac and cheese, and she's like, "What can I get you, sweetie?"
I don't think you're that good of an artist.
I think I am. My fingers are quite nimble.
That's what I would like to find out.
So what would you like?
You know, my granny used to make this dish. It was I can't remember the name of it, but it was like some sort of like tubed pasta with like cheese and butter, little bendy pieces of tubed pasta and butter and cheese or whatever. I can never remember what she called it, but I would love some of that and maybe a cannoli.
She thinks about it for a moment, draws the circle, and does what you described, and then draws the little cannoli, taps it 3 times, and in front of you is a bowl of Kraft mac and cheese and a knife.
Just like Grandma used to make.
Not as good, but it's delicious.
I would never tell her that.
She'll turn and look at John and ask, "What would you like?"
Bacon, please. Bacon and ham and hash browns, if you got it.
Hate to tell you, buddy, but the bacon is ham, and ham is bacon.
Sits there, draws the circle, draws the food onto the plate, does it, taps it 3 times, and exactly what you ordered.
Delicious. Thank you so much.
Last but not least, goes over to Quentin and says, "What would you like?"
I would like a serving of cream of wheat, a black coffee, and a side of pea meal bacon.
Starts drawing it out, makes a plate, and the food appears, and it is this like gray mush, basically just the ugliest looking food. It tastes just fine. She just did not draw with any passion for that. It's like gray blob food in a cup.
Lovely.
Tastes good though. And walks away from you, goes back to Phil, and is just smiling at him while she cleans out a cup, and you guys are eating. A few minutes later, as the food you're eating, in scrolls Verdon, and she sees him, and she'll leave Max and goes over to this table where they're gonna have their meeting, and she's gonna sit and talk to him for a little bit while you guys are at the bar. Would you like to roll and listen in, or respect her privacy?
I would like to. Can I listen in but not look like I'm listening in? Can I stealth listen?
Roll me a performance to see if you can act your way as you're not listening, and that will determine if you perceive well after.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Okay. Shit.
How'd you perform?
So 9.
You're like a child. You're like a child listening into the parents' conversations. Like you're leaning, the food's halfway to your mouth, but it's just not going in. You're just holding the fork right at your mouth. You're very clearly trying to listen. So roll me a perception with disadvantage.
Oh.
You're trying so hard. You're like
10.
Yeah, you hear every other word, and you can only pick up her voice because you don't know what he sounds like, so you can't like pick it out in the crowd. but you hear her voice, and you pick up almost every other word of like expensive, buy it, I want this much. So they're talking and doing that. Anyone else want to try to listen in, or are they just eating their food?
I'm eating my food because I know how to mind my own damn business.
I would like to take. Go ahead, Phil.
Phil will also be respectful and be enjoying his meal.
Quentin would like to explain to Mac the difference between ham, bacon, and back bacon.
So you guys are in a nice debate about that.
One animal, three completely different cuts of meat. Belly, rump, and back. It's not that hard.
That sounds beautiful. Last I checked, what's a pig made out of? Meat, right? What do we call that meat? Pork, right? What's ham and bacon and fatback, but all just three different types of pork? It's all the same pig.
I have no argument that it's the same pig. The three different cuts are both prepared different and come from different parts of the body, therefore giving them different textures and flavors.
Well, yeah, I get that. I just find
Seriously,
it funny.
weren't you raised on a farm?
I just find it funny that people, because you can smoke a ham to taste like bacon because it's made of the same body of meat. It's all in the preparation.
Personally, I find it really hard to smoke a ham because I can't get it to stay lit.
Well, see that's your problem. You're thinking more. You're thinking more of a ham flambe, and you need to just get it smoldering. You got to take that bone out, and then you got to suck like really hard.
Okay, so first, Quentin, please roll me another percentile dice for that dad joke. Just aged yourself, and now you're gonna age yourself again.
19.
You
I only
aged
aged 1 year.
Yep. And mac and cheese, just you feel the chair wobbling because you hear that Shell is laughing, but she's getting annoyed, and she's about to sweep your chair out from under you. Please roll a dexterity saving throw.
Anything to bring light into my love's day. That's gonna be a dirty, filthy, nasty 20.
Yeah, you feel the chair go, and you're just so cool that you like put your arms like this, and you're just standing midair, holding yourself up with your arms. The chair's gone.
Look back at her, give her a little wink.
Well, there's no bar stool either, so you're just sitting there now, so just arms holding it. Like, I'm not gonna move. Gotta stay right here.
Ironically, he's the same height when sitting and standing.
The conversation continues with Shell. A few minutes later, she gets up, goes back to the bar to you guys, and she says, "Got what I wanted. Vernon's all yours." Just,
you did.
Just looks at you, points at you, and then looks at everyone. He's in a mood. Forewarning. He is trying to pawn off one of his former employees, so he might try to push that onto your group. Just a heads up. He's also looking for some stuff. Again, use it to your advantage. Don't use it to your advantage. Shoot.
It was my gentleman. It was my pleasure to be shooed, and I turn to like hop off of the stool, completely forgetting that there's not a stool there. Yeah, and I just eat shit, just like blam, and I stand up, brush myself off.
She's smiling. She can't help it.
I would like to lead the group over to Vernon. Did you say his name was?
Verdon.
Verdon.
Good
morning, sir.
I don't want a ruler. I want to move her. I'm gonna sit at the table, just like just like here, just posting up.
Okay.
Letting you do your dealings. Where's your icon, Gordon?
Don't worry about my icon.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Quentin prefers to remain standing. We were told that you were the gentleman to speak to regarding certain lucrative businesses in this area.
So at the chair, you guys get to see this gentleman. This is Verdon. Very greasy hair. Just this pointed chin, nose that's a little too long. Dirty, sad, like really dirty face, but you look at it a little more and you're like, oh crap, that's his beard. Got it. You do pick up that he is a half, and from the outward appearance, it's just this greasy sleazeball half elf. But maybe there's something underneath because he does have all this money. maybe. But he turns and he looks at you guys, and he has this look like he's thinking about something, and this looks like, Shell says you guys needed somebody to be added to your group or something like that, and that you wanted to sell something. I have both your answers.
You do not even know what we have to offer yet.
If Shell told you about me, it means it's worth something.
Well, based on what she said, it's worth approximately 85,000 gold. So, the way you're behaving, I'm not sure that you are the man that we should be talking to.
Roll me. You're not really lying. It could be that much.
You did say 45.
I know, but he has not. Go ahead, roll me deception.
17.
He's listening and looks at all of you. Who actually has the item to sell? Is it this old man or is it one of you three?
Brother.
You seem to be muted.
I have the item.
You struck him
Okay.
dumb.
Look, I'm here. I'm gonna buy it. More than likely, I love collecting. I also have someone who needs a job and I need him to get out of my life. So, I can buy whatever item it is because no matter what it is and how much it costs, I need to get this ex-employee out of my head.
Well, who's your friend?
He's outside. You can meet him in a minute. He's a great guy. Maybe I owe somebody something, and maybe I know why he's here and what's going on, and I might possibly be one of the reasons. Anyways, look, I'm willing to pay. Okay, just what is the item? I'll pay the amount if it's actually worth that much, because I'm not gonna buy a fake, or I'm gonna give you fake gold.
I assure you, it is no fake. Have
Maybe,
you heard?
Maybe we could step outside and your friend that you want to get rid of can test the validity of the cards.
Now, quick question.
Ooh.
When you say that
I do like that
you
idea
want
a
to
lot.
get rid of them, are you saying that you want us to kill them?
No, I don't want him to die.
Then he does not want to test the cards.
Well, I mean, people didn't die more than once.
And there's bound to be a good one.
He's just sitting there listening to you guys, and he says, look, I'm pawning him off because I feel guilty. That's all I'm gonna say. Feel guilty, I'm willing to pay. Now, whether you actually keep him in your group, that's your problem. I told him I'd find him a group of adventurers because he has to fulfill some stupid mission. Look, we good? Do you want me to buy this year's, I'm presuming, a deck of cards? Magical cards, what do they do?
What they do is a bit random.
Phil,
would you mind?
show him the thing. Hang on to it close. And I'm watching this jackass. Like, I'm keeping a close eye on this jackass. I got one hand on my maul just in case he gets sticky fingers.
Yeah, he sounds like he's from your side of town.
He'll get up, he'll stand, he'll walk over. Show me.
At which point Phil will go ahead and keep holding it in one hand and opening it up with the other, showing the deck.
Look. He'll look at you guys. He'll look at that again. Okay, so what that is a ticking time bomb. And you want me to buy a ticking time bomb.
No, you said you wanted to buy it.
You want to buy it.
And it doesn't tick, I promise you.
We have already removed 3 of the more hazardous cards from it.
Less than fortunate ones.
Therefore, what remains is 3 cards better.
Ooh, it's because we didn't shuffle the deck.
Don't touch it. Don't.
Look, I'm not gonna pay the 85. Just telling you that right now. Because, yeah, that's a ticking time bomb, and I'm gonna have to sell it to someone else.
What do you mean it's a ticking time bomb?
Well, you have normal decks. That's not a normal deck.
Enlighten me, please.
Right, it's signed by the artist.
Yes. Eloin.
Yeah.
How do I describe this to you guys? It's like a game that just doesn't end when you stop pulling cards. It'll continue without you.
Pulling cards?
For you.
Oh, this is a curse.
Yes, it's very cursed. It curses anyone who pulls a card from the deck. They're going to continue.
So as long as you don't pull a card from the deck, you remain uncursed, sir.
Yes, but do you understand that it's going to keep cursing whoever pulled the cards? You get 1 card every week until you're...
Well,
what happens?
I've already died, so I don't see how that befronts me.
Fine. The reason I need to sell it is because once I take this deck and I take it from you, I only have so long before it curses me. How long has it been in your guys' possession?
A day?
Less than 24 hours.
And how many of you touched it?
These two?
Yeah.
3.
I mean, at all. Did you touch the box?
I didn't touch anything. These 3 J-holes.
Okay. So.
I say quite loudly, Mac has yet to touch a box.
He was trying to eat these.
Mac's desperately trying.
You'll look and be like, look, it's cursed for a reason. You've had it for over a day. Y'all are going to get another card in 6 days. It will be drawn. The only way to stop it from being cursed is to make an offering to the box. I'm going to sell it, and that's my offering to the box. You're selling it. Hopefully that's a good enough offering to the box because you're not buying it. I'm buying the box. And then I'm going to sell it again.
So it sounds like you have this all figured out.
What I'm telling you is me buying it from you may not be good enough, but I'm going to try to make it the best I can. Okay?
We're all in agreement here.
If we
roll insight check, all of you.
Let's say there's no guarantee that this will even fix the problem.
13.
My -1 of insight.
12.
14.
15.
The only one that got it was if he rolled a 15 when you break. Mine is when you're matched, you break. So Phil, he's lying. He's lying through his ass. You're picking up on that. Everyone else, shit, we're cursed.
I'm not cursed. I didn't touch a thing.
It's been in your possession for 24 hours.
His possession, not mine.
Yeah, you did.
Do you remember everything you did while you were drunk last night?
Do you remember everyone I did?
That was 0.
Well, not in my dreams I didn't. See? You're not always right, Mr. Smarty Pants.
What would your offer be for this item?
I would go 20,000. And you guys get a new partner. You can do whatever the hell you want to them. Just get my guilt.
How about we take your partner, we give them this box, and we wipe our hands of it? Problem solved, right? For both of us.
That's your choice. You can go outside and do that if you want to kill an innocent person. Do it. I'm just pawning them off. I have no guilt paying to get rid of somebody. I'm just not the one that actually does it.
So
42 grand.
Hold on.
42 grand, and we interview your guy.
Roll me persuasion.
Remind me real quick. How tall is this person?
Let me look at the notes. I think I put it in too.
7. I'm going to use inspiration.
He is 5'7".
7.
Not a very tall man.
Now, Mac, I hate to bring this up, but as you have pointed out, you have not yet been in possession of this item, so I'm not sure how you can be the one to negotiate for it.
Bill would
I'm just trying to get us money.
Would like to take a step forward and punch him directly in the nads.
Let's be clear, who are we punching in the nads?
Burden.
Shall we see if my attack hits?
Roll to hit him in the ball.
Unarmed strike. A 25 to hit.
That definitely hits. He's not wearing a top.
And that's gonna do 4 points of 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
You may have just made it so he cannot have children.
And at least 16 points of psychic damage.
Oh yeah.
I say, Phil!
As
I'm
Phil
not sure how you're
does that, he's going to step in, deliver that punch, and go, I don't appreciate liars.
He just huddled over in pain and just coughed, trying not to vomit. A little bit of dry going on.
Perhaps I forgot to mention the fact that we call him Phil because we had to fill in so many graves because of the bodies he made. Did I not say that? Did that? Sorry, that was my bad.
I rest the head of my maul on his bent over back, and I'm like, liars? Who's lying to you, Phil? Is a new friend here lying?
He's just wheezing, trying to catch his breath. Shell's watching. No fighting in the tavern!
I hear you loud and clear, babe. I grab the guy by the scruff of his coat and start dragging him outside.
As you're dragging him, he'll say, stop, fight. I will do 45,000 and just let me go. You're not cursed. You're fine. Just let me buy it. 45,000. That's all I got.
And you know what? Since you're so kind about it, we'll even talk to your guy.
I tell you what,
Take
How
that
about we draw
50,000.
cards for it?
It's either 45 or nothing. I don't care. That's all I have. You can either take the 45,000 or not. You can take the guy outside or not. That's all I got. And at this point, I'm never gonna talk to you again.
I love it. Okay, so the guys, you got to remember, this is an auditory thing that people are going to be listening to, but the three-way nodding and shaking of the head of,
Yep.
oh yeah, I guess I would.
I would like to, as he's trying to catch his breath, use prestidigitation to clean him up, make him appear a bit less greasy, maybe smell better. I apologize for my companion here, but he does get so very riled up when people try to take advantage of us. You understand, right? You wouldn't want to do that.
Do you not understand what I am and what my job is?
He makes a point.
You think I'm just gonna go around and pay the real price for everything I'm buying? Just like you guys wanted me to pay the real price you thought it was?
He makes.
I'm just saying it's bad for your health.
It's gonna be bad for your guys' health if you don't let go. You can either have the money or not. Okay? I'm gonna buy the box, not gonna buy the box. Either way, I'm walking out of here with either a box or the 45,000 gold I have.
What do you boys say?
I do. I'm for selling it.
Oh,
Sell?
Sure.
I have no stake in this game, to be honest, and I never even picked it up. Yeah, sell it.
3?
Why not?
Sell?
And I believe Phil said he wanted to sell as well.
I think Phil's. Yeah.
It's more of Phil started considering of drawing a card himself, but
One for the road, Phil.
So do you guys make the trade?
yes, we'll go ahead and make the trade.
Boom.
Okay. So takes the cards, he reaches in his pocket, fuddles around, and pulls out this itty bitty teeny tiny little bag. For what you're thinking, I say teeny tiny in the sense that it's like it fits like one gold coin looking kind of bag. Hands that over. Open.
You know, I was born in the dark. However, it was not last night.
Open the bag. As I hand it to Phil. Because he was going to hand it the cards. And he just took a bite of food.
Phil will go ahead and open up the pouch.
So you open up the pouch and you look inside, and it looks like you can't fit more than like your fingers in there. But when you look, it's just this expanse of emptiness inside. And you get your hand in this tiny pouch, and your fingers reach solid metal, and you feel it. Just this unending, bottomless, nearly bottomless bag of coins. Like, you can count it here, or you can take my word that it's 45,000.
Yep.
A coin
Can you-
pouch of holding.
Can we
you
do another
pull-
insight check?
Can you pull your hand
Yes.
out with the money in your hand?
Phil?
A
Phil
handful
will
of
go
money.
ahead and we'll think of 10 coins.
Okay.
And it'll pull his hand out.
You have 10 gold coins in your hand.
Seems to work.
Let me see.
He'll
And
go
you hand-
open it back up, dump the 10 coins back in, toss it to Mac.
Go ahead, Mac. And you get the idea when you're fiddling with it. It only holds stuff that's like fist size. My fist size. Mongo. My fist.
Right. I look in there, and I think of a number like I don't know, 45.
69.
45 coins?
Nice.
Yeah, and stick my hand in there,
I heard
And-
420.69.
pull my hand out.
So you go in, you put your hand in, you feel that same sensation, just this endless, bottomless thing of coins, and you pull out, and it's 45 platinum pieces.
Oh,
Is 45,000 gold's worth? Because like is it like 1,000 gold pieces for one
It's 10 to
platinum
1.
piece? Oh, 10. Whatever 10 to 1 is in platinum pieces, that's you literally pulls that out in your hand, and it comes like
Well,
it's a big thing. It's like what?
Can we get
I-
that in copper?
I close up. I close up the bag. I toss the bag back over to Phil.
Wait,
I don't put the coins back in. I just walk back over to Phil. And I walk the coins over to the counter, and I go, "Hey, hot stuff." I slide the money up there. I go, "There's your finder's fee. Thanks."
That's coming out of your end.
He just gave all the money. It was $45,000 gold, basically.
No, you said it was. You
Yes,
said it was 45 platinum. That would have been 450 gold.
400. What I was saying is, I said that the platinum pieces because I got it mixed up. It was 10-1. I thought it was 100-1.
She said whatever the amount, the total amount of it was in platinum.
Yeah, the 45,000 total in platinum pieces.
Oh yeah, no, I did not give her 45,000 gold. I put that back in, and I'm like, how about? I whispered to the bag, how about 45 gold pieces, jackass?
Yeah, there you go, 45 gold pieces. Okay, yes, reach in the back.
I toss it to you.
I want to think about 80 copper pieces.
It's hard to hold it in your hand, but as you're pulling it out, you realize you have to turn it over a little bit.
Change,
guys. It's magical.
So
I'm doing you a favor here.
Allow the boys to play with it. There's no harm with them fisting the bag.
I go and I give Shell 45 gold and say, here's the finest fee, babe.
Yeah, so she smiles and winks at you and instantly pockets it.
Good idea.
If this bag were empty and we put a gold in it, could we get change in silver? You think? I don't know.
Out of game DM is nodding.
This is a cool bag. I like this bag.
He's doing it as a good gesture. Let me fucking leave.
Hey, that was a neat trick, buddy. Yeah, you go ahead and you be safe on your travels. Send your fella in. We'll talk to him.
He nods.
If I may see that the bag for just a moment.
Yeah, for a moment.
I reach into it and I think gold bar.
Bigger than a fist.
So far? Yeah,
it depends on the gold bar.
As I say, I'm trying to think how much it would be left. We'd have
well, I took 450.
Yep.
Gold bars. So
and then you took out your
there's
copper.
still there's still 99%.
So yeah, it's
45,000.
So I know but it's 45, 400. Basically, we're gonna just round down for the heck of it. 44 gold pieces smushed together. It's about a fist-sized bump of gold now. That sounds about right.
So
that what they call it in the streets, a bump of gold?
We could essentially get anything we wanted to by asking for it in gold form.
I would rather you not waste our gold that way.
Who says it's a waste? You think you need a key? You ask for a key, it produces a golden key.
You want to try making it into a key? Second.
That still sounds like a waste
of
gold.
Give you a change maker, and you try to manipulate me into letting you do whatever you want with it. It's a change maker, and that's all it is.
I have a lump of gold that says otherwise.
I was being nice.
So, gentlemen, what do you say we go back to our room and divide up this bounty real quick?
Sure.
Vernon is pushing past you guys. He leaves. And just waves. He'll be sitting in the bar when you're done. And he goes outside. And he's gone. Shell is just behind the bar watching you guys. Do you guys want to go into your rooms and divide the coin?
Yeah, I'll go with them.
Yep.
So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a small break right here.
What?
A small break. That way we can do the actual math on the side. We're not just sitting here in silence for a minute. And I have to go use the little girl's room. So, we're going to take a quick break and be back in about 15-ish minutes. Welcome back. We had our little break. They did math, and I'm very proud of them.
Thank you.
So everyone has their gold. It was 11,000 something. Mac took away his part that he gave to Shell, what Shell is just over the moon giddy about. And you guys are all in the room right now. What you doing?
I'd like to put my gold on the bed and wrap it in a blanket. Gentlemen, I really need to pay someone back, and it might be better if I do it quicker rather than later.
Sure.
I would like to say a small prayer.
You want to say?
And then I say a small prayer. You might recognize it. It's in a demonic tongue, and as soon as Quentin stops talking, flames shoot up from underneath his feet, and he's gone.
Fucking shit!
And it's not gentle either. It's like a yanking down.
There's a fair bit of screaming.
Winston's now gone, and he took his character.
Did you guys see that?
That's one of the craziest things I've ever fucking seen. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I ain't never even heard of a thing like that.
Well, what if he's coming back this time?
I don't know. I think so. I hope so. I guess you guys want to wait for him? Maybe go get a drink, or oh shit, we gotta go talk to the other person, the recruit.
Yeah, let's go have a chat with the guy outside.
Do we want another party member, or
I mean, look, someone else to bleed. I mean, to send in first into rooms.
I mean, brother, I've heard of this thing called action economy.
Yeah, see, it's about time you get on board.
okay? I'm into making friends. Obviously, I'm so pleasant.
So you're in the room. He's gone. There is someone now sitting at the tavern bar. Bob is gone.
Get out of here, Bob.
Shell is talking to this person sitting at the bar.
So you really don't know where my employer went?
Not a clue. Said something about getting out of town. People are stupid. His balls hurt.
What was that last part?
His balls hurt. Those jackasses, as I turned and pointed to them, punched him in the balls.
He probably deserved it.
Oh, that did happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he deserved it.
Yeah.
So, go ahead and describe what they are seeing, Gordon talking to Shell.
So before you is a human male, long hair, kind of a perpetually scruffy beard. He's wearing a necklace with various teeth displayed on it, a large hood, arrow, quiver slung over his shoulder with a bow next to it, carrying some short swords in mostly leather in kind of dark colors. So he said that these guys were the ones that I'm supposed to go with?
Yeah, I look over at Mac and he's your problem now, and she hops down and just goes to the back room.
Hey, fella.
Hi, I'm Ignatius. This is my brother Phil, and this here is Mac and Cheese.
You ask that as if it's a question. Are you sure? Are you asking me?
No, I was introducing you. Yeah.
Elric Bard.
Elric Bard. Where are you from?
I'm from all over. I was raised in a forest. It really didn't have a name.
Forest with no name.
The forest has no name. People give it a name.
That's fair.
What about you, dwarf?
I said my name was Ignatius.
Where are you from?
Well, under a mountain, in a classroom, in a church, in a dormitory. Fuck that. Learn about scholarly things. Let me go, experience it.
I turned to the halfling, and you said your name was Lasagna? Do I have that right?
Stick my hand out. Mac and cheese strong hot. Nice to meet you.
Mac and cheese strongheart. Elric.
Whatever.
Oh.
Your weird names.
3 seems like an odd number to be going through the dungeons. Wasn't there supposed to be a 4th?
Oh yeah, he's running an errand. He'll be back.
Oddly enough, he just left.
I didn't see anybody leave, but
it wasn't quite.
He took an express route.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So, are we gonna do this?
That's what she said.
Quiet, Shelley.
I'm imagining you as a halfway mix between Crocodile Dundee and Spock.
I mean,
you already said fascinating, so it's locked in.
Spockadile done.
Wait, are you? I thought you said you were human.
But that's what we're imagining.
Crocodile Dundee was a human?
Yeah.
Well,
okay. He was Australian, but those are a type of human. So,
okay.
The dungeon. Are we going to go to the dungeon?
I'm always down for another bout. Mac, Bill.
I mean, we didn't get all gussied up for nothing,
It's true.
So this is what goes for gussied up where you come from?
Oh wow.
What's
your mission? They said you had a mission. You were here to do something specific. What's that about?
My parents were lost in a dungeon, much like this one. I was raised by my grandfather, and I've spent most of my life delving the dungeons trying to find out what happened to them. Any more questions, or shall we actually get to work?
It's crazy. Grandfather raises kid, kid lost in dungeon, grandfather raises offspring. Okay, good odds. Let's go.
What would dungeon delvers be without a tragic backstory?
As you guys are getting ready to leave, Bob will come out and look at all of you and say, "You're going back in?"
Clock me in, Bob. I'm back.
He'll look at you and shake his head and say, "Look, I was gonna ask if you needed anything. Because if you need anything, I can get it for you for your next trip down. If you're already leaving and you guys are set to go, that's fine. But I didn't know if maybe you wanted, I don't know, health potions, magic resistance stuff, go shopping. Before you go back down to the dungeon, if you want to go, absolutely go to the dungeon. But you just gotta pay.
You know, I did tell myself that if I ever ran into about 10,800 some odd gold, that I would treat myself for at least a day.
I mean, I've never had access to this amount of cash before.
we should spread the wealth to the people of the land, especially those who put their hands to good work. You know, it just seems the right thing to do.
Bob, I shall browse your wares.
What you're saying as the people with a lot of money, we should trickle down this gold.
You poor kid, you can sit and watch us have money.
That sounds fantastic. I used to do that with my old boss all the time, but he was kind of a jackass.
That's okay. This guy right here punched him right in the dick.
Bob will open the back and he'll lead you guys to this back storage area that's now there. So, and it's a little weird. It has these orbs set all over the desk, the table. These tiny orbs, as you're walking through and you're looking at them, you see that they have like minor image on them, and you scroll on the orb to different items that you want to purchase, and you click on it, and then it adds it into a like holographic cart for you, and so
nice.
You pay, and it gives you what you want. Bob is the owner of Walmart online.
Is there a master list we can look at somewhere?
Bob?
Basically, I will allow anything out of the player's handbooks, Tasha's Cauldron, basically everything that is connected to the campaign. So I know there's a lot. You guys get a big list. This is where you get to spend your gold. The only rule I have is you're asking for this, and I get to say yes or no. So multiple items might be your best thing.
Fair enough.
So we're going to do just a quick montage of you guys going shopping, and then you guys will give me the list at the end of the session, and I'll give you a yes or no on that. That way you guys can have the rest of the night after we end the session to make out a list for me.
To make out? Got you.
Yeah. One sex doll for Mac, got it.
Making out's important. Foreplay's important.
So you'll make your list and you give that to me at the end, like whenever before our next session. I can give you a yes or no one. The only one who doesn't get to go shopping is Elric, unless you're gonna have basic gold from your. So you can get like basic.
I bought a new character.
Yeah, basically. I took his money and he got a new character.
So Elric, tell me about yourself. What do you do? You a healer like these jokers, or worship death?
I can, but I point to the bow on my back. I stick long wooden things into other things from a great distance away.
You like giving things the shaft. Gotcha.
And what about you? You just swing your hammer around willy-nilly?
Excuse me, I also have a really big axe.
It's fairly large. I mean, I'm sure it's adequate.
Flip my great axe around a little bit.
You hear from the other room, no fighting in the tavern!
So you said you wanted to go outside? Lovely day.
Sure, I'll give you a head start.
So you do you guys your shopping. You're gonna head towards the dungeon. I will say this. In the things to buy, I'm going to put this on your list if you want. Bob shows you something called a multi-tier pass.
Multi-pass.
But yeah, it's a multi-tier pass, and it is 10,000 gold pieces for this one item. But the reason it's that is it's a save spot on the 5th level, right at the entrance of the door. You can travel from level 1 all the way to 4 without having to go through the 4 levels.
And no one's ever been past number 4.
No one's been past 4. It'll get you to the 5th door, but for some reason, when they get to that 5th door, they can't seem to get in. But it will get you into that corridor that goes down to the 5th floor. No one's been able to get through the door to get in, to go down 5 levels. But you guys gotta like a teleport down to try yourself if you want.
You're not responding.
It'll be a safe spot. But it's gonna cost 10,000 gold, and it only works on one person.
Oh.
Second, I'm seeing if you want to skip a couple levels, or do you want to pay for a save spot? So, the only thing is, with, oh my god, I can't think of your name already, Gordon. Elric, there's Eric, right, yeah, Elric. You would not have the multi-tier pass unless you have something to sell. If you had any personal items that you want to give up, I
shall sell my soul.
That's worth 10,000. So, if you want, we'll discuss something because we just entered your character in. If everyone else buys the multi-pass, I will make it available for Elric. If you don't all buy the multi-pass, he doesn't get it. You gotta work as a team. I know. Take the racist human out of the dungeon. So that's something to think about. I want to get thumbs up if you want to continue, or thumbs halfway if we're good with stopping for the night and playing next time, so you'll have your list, your new items for the dungeon, and all that other fun stuff. Yeah? Group vote.
What are the hand gestures again?
Do you want to stop or not stop? Up or down? Up, down, up, down. Halfway down, no stop?
Which one means which?
Do you want to stop the game?
I want to say goodnight.
Say goodnight. Okay, we're going to say goodnight. Okay, good. So let's say goodnight to all of our listeners. Sorry for the chaos tonight, but we love all of your faces, and you're all awesome.
Chaos!